Greetings and welcome back to Factorio. I'm Dgray, and in today's episode we'll look at a few changes that happened in between this episode and the last one. And that change was something I discussed with you guys on Discord and in other channels. And that was upgrading Industrial Revolution to the new version. I haven't had updated it since I started playing this about a month and a half ago. So yeah, I upgraded it, or updated the mods and every other mod I had for this Let's Play. So that did change a few things and broke some things around the base. So off screen I've just spent a few minutes or hours or something like that trying to fix all the things that broke. But I think it was necessary because of all the changes Industrial Revolution had made to the end game and the middle game. So without much further ado, let's just look at it. And as always guys, remember that you can get the saves from Patreon. You don't have to support me or anything, but there's a link for them there, and every 5 episodes I'll put it up. So if you enjoy it, go take it out or take the save game and support me if you want to. It's not required, but it would help me out a lot. But to look at today's episode and what I have changed. One of the things that happened was our glass production. Before, or glass sheet. Before it was just normal glass in, makes glass sheets out, but all of a sudden we required a tin production in between. So I just added some tin smelters onto it, because luckily enough, it's we had them running from right here. So hopefully that will work. The other big change was, let's see, where's it at? That solved itself when we fixed that one. Was our advanced circuits. Before I just used gold sheets and plastic, but all of a sudden it needed the electronic circuits as well. So they just got a whole lot more expensive. But yeah, that is fine. I got it hooked up, got some electronic circuits flowing in, but I'm guessing we're gonna run out very soon now, since they're gonna spend a lot. And these are being used down here at an alarming rate. One other thing that changed, I think, in terms of our base, if we look right here at our mall, was that now the solar arrays don't use gold cable anymore. That has been removed from the game, but added something called a junction box instead. So if you see here, use junction boxes instead, and that is changed for quite a few recipes here and there. So we'll have to craft those someplace as well. And the reason why that will take a little while is because of the solder. So to get the arrays, we definitely need to get the ore purifying. And luckily, that's something we'll start to work towards this episode and maybe the next one. But yeah, that is the plan, to get the ore purifying up and running. One other thing, and that was the last thing, it doesn't have anything to do with the mod upgrades, but that was just me moving all the supply chests I have around base. I moved it all in here. So the ones that were over here had trees in them and at the main bus, they have been removed. And that is pretty much the state we're at right now. More things might break. I'm not sure what else has changed, but we will figure that out as we continue along this Let's Play. So now we have the purifiers. Luckily we got that done. We had more than enough in our system to do it. So let's start to place some of these down. I'll just take a few just to try it. So how does it look? Let's just place one down to see. We'll need water in together with crushed ore. So I think we'll just kind of hook it up. And I'm not quite sure if this is a self-sufficient process. Because as you can see, we do get this dirty water thing out. What is it called? Can we just put a pipe down and see? It's called dirty water. And dirty water, I think we can refine that, or not refine, but get almost the ratio back, and get some sand and gravel out. So this will be a good source. I'll do a little circuitry, I think, to make sure that it doesn't overflow. Or we don't get more water in than is needed to restart this process. So let's set up these 4 areas. I'm thinking of doing it right here. It's quite close to the crushing. Or we could do it right here, right next to the crushing. Doing the purifying. Since that needs to crush the what's called ore. And we could actually do it in just one long row. Just having ore coming in and just doing all 3 in a long row. I think that actually might be better, so we don't tax the system we have already. So let's build out this area and start to do some ore purifying. I think that'll be very good. So first things first, let's get our tracks down. I'd like to get you down. And then we have to fill in this water area. Where is it at? Our landfill, there we are. Just expanding out to a bigger size so we can see where it has to hit. So we have to do it from right here. What about from down here to there? Then fill in all of this. There we go. That should give us a good area to do our production. Could take the rest up here just to fill it out. So there we are. So robots should fill this in for us. Hopefully it won't take that long. Oh, look at that beautiful way to fill it in. That's very nice. So let's go over there and see if we can't figure it out. Let's take just a little mono vehicle and take that for a ride. It's just me, is the dark looking darker than normally? It feels like it, but it's probably just my imagination. So let's see, here we are. Right here we'll start to do ore purifying. We just need the robots to fill it in, and we should have more than enough. We'll just clear out all the trees. There we are. And then fill in the rest of these tracks. A small amount of water right here in the middle. Just needing to replace the last of it. And then we will be good. So the process we have to do, I think we'll do it like, what's it, 1, 2, and then our purifier. We'll have to move that over 1 since we'll have to jump. So it's this process we have to do, 1, 2, 3, 4 different things. These are different, but up here we can do the 4 we need. So if you start with the copper one, just to see, into this, into crushed. Nope, not into crushed like that. This into... it's because I need crushes instead. Remember to take the right machine. So we need to do this. Please crush that. Oh, it's only a 1-step process. I don't know why I didn't figure that out sooner. So what if we do it like right here? And the reason to do that, or we can do it 1 closer. Because we should be able to just get a long-handed in. Do a long-handed right there. At a 1-to-1 ratio. Let's see. And then water can flow in like this. And be in a nice closed loop. That should be fine. And then we have all this output. And we'll have that out. We'll have these 2 out. So maybe we should just do the same setup as we had at the crushing. And that might be one thing that's broke as well. This one will break. I think the diamond is produced somewhere else now, but we'll find that out in a minute. Anyway, we're looking at this. The other thing I'll check out later. So what if we do this setup? We'll then have this coming out. We'll need whatever is purifying that water. That's water filtration, and we luckily have all of it. So just setting that one up at the base should be easy enough, because everything else is flowing in. So let's just go and do that fast. Let's go to our little, oh, it's quite far out there. I might be able to do a little sneaky one. So if you see this, let's just do it like this. Robot crafting, please deliver what we need. Then we'll just remove 2 from over here. And let's just make it right here. You can go away. You are placed. And then I want to make that one. Well, let's do it in the other one instead, over here. Water filtration. Do we have all the things? I think we do, but if we take this one out, oh, not like that. Do it like this. We can then place them down over here and this should start to produce. But it seems we're missing reinforced plates in here. So even though I did this sneaky, that actually worked quite well. I still need to go over there and fix it. So train. Come with me. And please go to just right. Here will be fine. Because then we'll just request in the reinforced iron plate, or reinforced steel plate. And we should be good. I know this made some problems for us last episode, but we should be fine just for the few, or for the minute it's parked right there. So iron plate, or steel plate, sorry, 2000 should get requested, and then they should start getting what's called built. So that is good. Let's just take our train back. Look at that, it's a mess we just made there. Please go back to over here. Oh, was just enough room for that one. So here we are. And look how many trains are running. It's so nice. So on with this one. Now we just need the reinforced ones. This should get delivered very, very soon. And then we'll need to set up the stations. If we do this one first, I think we actually just need one place for water to come in, since that can be used for all 4 of them, just to save ourselves a bit of space, since they don't really need that much. But I'm kinda excited to see how many we need to process this if it's a 1-to-1 ratio. Because this one produces 100 every some seconds, and this one uses 400, so it's going to be a 1-to-4 ratio. So that should be easy enough to set up. We can pretty much just do it in a row. So we'll leave one blank and pretty much throw the water back into this one. Oh, can you do it that simple? So let's just request some of the things we need. So it looks like it has a texture update as well. Let's just get rid of you and let's get ourselves some purification ones. Please come to me. Water filtration. 2 is on its way. That means they're being produced. And the way I want to do this is do 1, 2, 3, 4. Just to show what I've planned. And then down here, where's our filtration one? We'll do a filtration doing it that way. And we'll probably need to go out 1. To be able to do long-handed out with the items. So what if we do long-handed, long-handed, long, long, long? That doesn't, oh yeah, that needs to sand and gravel out, so that needs long-handed as well. But on a different belt. But we can easily sort that. Then the water will flow in this way. This way we should have all of this running at a nice steady pace. We'll want, what's it called, pipes going down this way and into this one. Then we'll have this running down this way. We'll have gravel running on that one. And a good way to do that should just be to do this and do that. Because then we'll have these running on the inside and have gravity running on the outside, being supplied into the network. So I think this should work. We'll then have what's called inputs over here. 4 in and some belts going down. We could probably do this times 2, so split this one over here and do the same setup. So we'll have water running down there. Let's grab these. They should fit 1, 2 right there, I think. Alright, here we'll just turn them around as soon as they are built. Or pretty much just on the top one, and then this will be quite modular. So let's see here if this will build will work. So like that, but change you around, of course. Sorry, I'll just change you around again, and there we are. That means we can hook these up. Oh, there we are. And then we'll have water pipes going down right here again, with long-handed, taking it in just like this from crushers. Not the last one. Crushed copper. And it should be quite easy to set it up for every other kind as soon as this is working. And right here we'll need the inserters as well. But we'll need more jumps, because right here, this one will go on the right side, but these will need to jump then here every time. So there, and here. And then we'll do that, and that. And then I think everything should go on the correct belts now, if we do this. This outputs to this belt, that one outputs that belt as well. And this one at the bottom outputs to the same one. So I think this should work. I don't think we should get anything mixed up with this setup. Then we'll just need to add some, what's it called, power to this. Oh, this setup looks very nice. But one thing you guys probably have noticed is that if we do this, we won't have enough water to run the entire system. So here at the top, I want to add some tanks. Pretty much just add the small ones. Let's just do it here. Let's add the small tank. This one. And then we'll do the same circuitry we're doing on, what's it called? Can actually just do one at the top, we don't need more. But doing the same circuitry we are doing on a fluid cracking. And the reason for this is that we don't want this to overflow, since then this will stop, since it can't output the water. So that would be a worst case scenario. So if we just place one here, and let's just say we have water coming in, maybe up top, we'll just have to move this up a bit. Let's see, cut you up here. Do we have room for 2? We barely don't have room for 2, so we might just, it is a bit, just a tiny smidge too big to have 2 next to each other. And that, of course, is the same size, so it doesn't matter the way we turn it. What if we take it all the way over here? And then split, what's it called? Can we do it like this? It goes a bit out over the side, and I don't really like that a lot. we'll just do one in each cell then. Is it really what we should do? But it kind of is what we have to do, since we ran out of room. We don't have enough room to build it all. So just one, and just make it down. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just make one right here in the middle, and just make it go down. So let's try this. We have the entire world to use, so I'll rather make it look pretty than squeeze two in here that's gonna mess up everything. So stations. Right here, we like to get the water in. So that means we'll just have a small, where's the fluid tanks in, fluid in. Right there. And luckily enough, it is quite easy to set up. So water, water. Connect you over here. There we are, and then we connect it up to this one. But we'll first need to add our pumps. We'll need one of those. No, is that? No, right here we need one. That's how I wanted it, because we wanted it on the opposite side. Since now we want to check if these pipes are more than something full with water, and then we'll just connect you up to that one and say if water is less, then let's just say 80. No, not 80, sorry. This one holds a bit more than that. It's less than 2K. If that is less than 2K, this pump will start to work, pumping in water into this system. So right now it's green. That means it'll start to work as soon as it gets the fluids. And that means it'll flow in here. We'll just have to put down some power. And look how nice that looks. Oh, that is perfect. Oh, this is if this works first try, I'm extremely happy about the setup. It looks a lot more clean than I had anticipated. And then we can do one. Would that look good? Could do one right here instead, but that's a bit further in. Do it right on the outside without interfering, then we'll place it right there. So let's just place it right here. There we are. And then we should be able to copy this setup down. Let's just see. Doing one right here. Oh, need to remove these first. And see if it can figure it out itself. So you go down to right there. Oh, look how perfectly it fits. To here. And that is pretty much the entire setup. Let's get these two on. Here and there and there. We don't need to connect up the rest of these. They should be separate networks, since we have them sorting it out by itself. So I wonder how bad this is gonna mix as soon as it started. Hopefully it shouldn't mix at all, but you never know. I'm just thinking if you should take in the ore up here instead. No, we'll just do it on the opposite side. So water is coming in. We'll only need one for everyone in here. Do a normal train in right here. And I want you to get us a ton of copper. But this one we have to activate as well. Water we should have enough of in the system, and it is water, so this should turn yellow right away. Come on. Oh, yeah, it did, but we have to remember to build the rest here, or else the train won't be able to get out. Which is a very important thing. There we go. That should place the rest of these. and then we should have water flowing in just a few minutes. And then we just need to have copper ore coming in this way. Let's get a balancer. Please just go up this way. I don't know what my thing is with balancers, but for some reason I love them so much. And I might be building them a bit too much where it's not needed, but rather safe than sorry. So here we are. And we just need 2 to go up, to be honest. So let's just take these 2 right here. Go up this way. You'll then turn. Right. Here I think will be the best place for it. Here's the water. And you'll go in right there. And you'll continue over this way. Jump across. And look, this is gonna stop pumping in very soon. Oh, yeah, 2k. So now that is full. And we can then hook up the rest here. And then we just need the copper in. And then we need an output. Oh, yeah. I was like, how am I going to do this? But we only need 1 water input for the future. So we can easily just spend 1 down here and shift everything over 1 to the right when they are producing. So almost thought I made a mistake, but luckily I didn't. So copper ore, 20k. There we are, activate you. Hopefully we have some stored up now. How is our copper production looking? It is looking abysmal. So we probably have to wait to see this in action until I fix some copper outposts. And to be honest, that might actually be a good thing to do very, very soon. Let's just fill out the rest of these for now. Because there's no reason not to take the rest of these. And I actually don't know why I didn't do that the first time around. There we are, and that should be all the copper hooked up. And there we are, and then we can just drag these belts over this way. And please take you down to here and merge in. You can go away and you can merge. And then this should all work in just a second. Let's just check before we leave. Oh, that's a bit off center. Oh, that's very much off center. How did I do that? That was horrible. Get you away. Let's just copy, what's it called? This one over a few times, because then it should fit in the right spot. Copy this one over. And yet again, my wanting to do this faster than necessary screwed me over a small amount, and look, the same happened down here. But I think that will make sure that this will get emptied out. So next episode, we will probably grab this one, or we can actually just do it this episode, grab this this copper patch. So if we remove this, I think from experience we can remove one of these without ruining anything, because it just gives us a green area, but it's still tileable. And then we can take and supply it at a train station. Let's just say down here to the south, if I'm not using that for something else. But let's just do it, yeah, down here to the south, and just keep the rest of this as is. So train cell, oh, where's it at? Train in, train out. So we can clear out all of this copper in here. I think that'll be about time we do it. So go down, please. Here, here, and there. I like to copy pretty much just this part, it seems. Or just keep using the same. Here, here, and there. And hopefully this hits all of our copper. Almost. we'll miss out these two out here, but I don't think we have enough room. Oh, we could do enough room if we do it like this, right? Yeah, there's more than enough room. Let's just hook that up like that. We can soon remove it again. And then we have 4 in, where we can just do a nice fall-in balancer. There we are. Then hook these up to wherever it's needed. Please come with me. So 1 down there. This one will continue over. It's right there. And this one will continue down this way. 2. It's right there. And let's just grab this one to over here and up this way to right here. And hook it up. There we are. That should be a lot more copper for our system, and we are most definitely needing it. So let's just get these requests as well. These should be done building before these get supplied. So hopefully this will mean that we in the future don't run out of copper in our base anymore, since that is, look, I think that's very real, and we are running out of copper everywhere. But this should fix it. Hopefully it will fix it. So let's just watch this go and see if I've made a mistake again in these turning points. It looked correct this time. Doesn't look like I've made a mistake. But yeah. Let's see here. So while we watch this, do remember what we talked about at the start of this episode, that I've updated the mods. You can get it on Patreon. You are allowed to support me in any way you want, even on Discord. That is very nice. And while we see this flow in, please like and subscribe and hit that bell button, as this will be the end of the episode. And yeah, copper is our huge Achilles heel right now. But we will look more at that next episode, where we also see our ore purifying up and running. Oh, we already had it coming in. Seems like it worked. We will check it out next episode. This looks absolutely brilliant. So thank you so much for watching. I've been Dgray, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye guys.